Wonder what time it is. Checking on the time, 10:06:48. Don't know what this is good for, but the cat's in the hat. There it is. Must be on time, right? Must be on time. Take a look. 23 and 14 is 37. 35 and 4 is 39. 16 and 21 is 37. 33 and 6 is 39. 39, 37, 39, 37, 37, 37, 37, 111. 39, 39, 39, 117. 117, 7 comes 11, 7 and 2, 4 by 72. Let's be the runner of the clock. Now, since we are the runner of the clock, I would have to run back my page and see how the clock works. In a 24-hour clock and in a 12-hour clock, in the 12-hour clock, the separation gap between 12 to the left and 12 to the right, based on 45 degrees, because when you add 1 to 9, okay, it is, don't forget the 0 on the telephone is down here, which means it is the operator, which is in between. No matter what you turn on a rotary dial, the center number always knows the same. It just knows how far you've turned, but that's the 0 reality. So this is what we're going to do. 45 degrees to the left, 45 degrees is 90, leaves a 3-minute gap, leaves 57 minutes and 3 minutes. That's the way we work. 3 and 57 equals 171. 1771. Let us begin the tea party at General Electric. Why will we begin the tea party at General Electric? Because the minutes, the seconds, and the hours, no one knows the minute. 13 for M, 82 total, 69 rotation. No one knows the second, 19, 41, running under the sun. No one knows the hours, 0, 8, and 62 equals to a total of 54, the number of the sun or the IT system. When you add them all up, 13, and the total of 19 is 32. That is the doorway, and 8 is 40. Or you add up 8 and 19 is 27. Creation of number 23, or BC communication. When you total 62, 60, and 82, 82, why 82? M, 13, and 9 is 22. Backwards is 25 and 22 equals to 47. Rotation of time. Remember, to the left, to the right, in the center. To the left, to the right, in the center. It all depends how many letters you have. If you have 4, there's a happy center where these two come together. 62 is equivalent to the queen. 60 is equivalent to creation of the clock. It's her clock, and this is the time cycle. 85. Why do we get 85? 19 is 69. We always need 2 numbers. Remember, if it's 0.5 cents, the 0 gets a number. But if it's only 10 cents or 13 cents, there's always 2 numbers. You don't count the 0, right? You don't count the 0. Hold on a second. I think I have an incoming. An egg under the hat. Have you ever seen the size of a pea brain? The size of a brain is this big. All you need is the processor. The information network is far and away and beyond. I only need to send out my vibration and receive. I don't need any more than a hello, what's going on, as it goes through me. I don't need more than what's going through my heart, the little space that actually keeps the receptors in action. Look into my eyes. All of me is here. We're going to go back and run this section over here one more time. We're going to move this over. How is everybody today? Are you ready to get set for the American Star? But don't you worry. Before this was what it was, there were eggs in there. And before it was eggs, it was paper. And before it was paper, it was in the earth. Have you ever noticed how a plant works? How a plant goes up and the earth goes down? Because the water and the earth matter go into the green of the plant. You say, hey, where'd all that earth go? Well, you're smoking it. You know what I'm saying? See, this is weed, right? That's earth, and it's now green earth mixed with water. It's a recipe. I'd like to know about those psychiatrists right now in psychology, how they're doing, those big psychologists all over the world. They're going to everybody, like weed is now legal and everybody's smoking it, and it's good for this and it's good for that. And slowly, okay, people will lose all the reality of what they were told in the past.
don't smoke weed and don't do this. Well, the doctor told me not to smoke cigarettes, yet I'm smoking. Yet I tell my neighbor that's smoking weed he shouldn't be smoking weed. Now the doctors say it's okay to smoke weed, but nobody with a mental problem because it'll get them high. High and off the rocker. Stop rocking and get out of the seat because you're just a couch potato. You've been planted in the ground like your mind has been planted. We're going to go on to this. Minute, second, hour. 85. Where do we get 85? 69. Because 0. All zeros get 6. We can't have 5 because 5 is in the middle. I'm the holder. Nobody wins. I'm the judge. But I have to judge something. I'm going to give it to you or you split it, right? I ain't going to keep it. Forget about 5. Forget about 12. And you all know it's 4, and it's 4, and it's 4. 4, 4, 4. Now there's 1 in between the first 4, and there's 1 in between the second 4. But only one side's going to get the choice. So it's 4, 4, 4 is 12, and 1 is 13. 4, 4, 4, and 1 is 12 is 13. 13 and 13 is 26, equals to 62, and that's the queen on top. You reverse it. You're both 13s, 26 as a team, but the queen rules reverse the numbers. 62 equals queen. 6 and 8 is 1 away from the 7th gate. 85 is 69 and 16, 85. This becomes 4 by 3, 4 plus 3. 7 and 12 is 19. 19. M is the letter that comes from here. A and I. It says the Shime queen. Gaia queen, alternate current queen. The exchange between G, 07 equals 67 equals 13. Is that correct? The G letter is 07. 07 becomes 67. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 plus 7 is 13, and 42 equals 55. Get ready. The passage is open. Mercury is in the hole. Shime queen, 85. Now, we don't want to work with actually 19s. So what I would do is I would raise this a level and put it 07 equals 67, 77, 79. So this would now be 79. Add 60 to this. Totality, 85, 95, 104 communication, 62, 81 Venus in communication, 62, 81, 166, 616. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, 13, 13. Back to Venus communication, where she may run the group. Now we put this at 69, 6 and 9 is 15. Because 1 is the opposition of 6, and 1 always gets 6 because 1 on the cube, and it's not me. The cube is 6, and the automatic center of 1 will always get. It's the only 7, 1, and 6. Everything else on this dice is 5. There's 4 sides of 5, in which actually you put the sides together. So there's actually 2 sides of 5 is 10, and 1 side is 7. That's 17. 7 and 10, J and G. The French exchange these two inside the sound, say juger, to judge 1, to judge 1, because 1 is inside of what you see is 4, is 3, 1 judge, equaling that 3 is actually 2. You now have 2 and 4. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 6 and 8, and she's the ruler of the queen, the spirit that runs the 7th gate, the 1 of 6 and 8. 1 from 6 and 8, 6 and 1, 8 minus 1, 7 and 7. 6 minus 1 is 5. 8 plus 1 is 9, 5 and 9, 14, 6 and 8, 14. 5 plus 2, 9 minus 2, 202, 101, 303, 404. 303, sorry. 4 to 7 gets 3. 5 to 7 gets 2. 6 to 7 gets 1. So it's, again, back to ABC, and it's always ABC. What we're going to do over here is the gap. 45 degrees on a 12-hour clock. On a 12-hour clock is 90 minutes, okay? Or 90 seconds. The first gap is 90 and 90, 3 minutes. The second gap, which equals to 180 degrees, is 6 minutes. 3 and 6 is your creation between this gap and this gap. If we go on the 24-hour clock, the gap between here and here is still 45 degrees, but this 45 degrees now equals to 45 degrees divided by 5. Is that what it is? It equals to 12. Is that what it is? I have to think about this. Can you give me a second? This was 45 degrees is 3 minutes between here and here. 45 left, 45 right. So now it's got to be double. So now instead of 3 minutes the gap is now 6 minutes open here, 6 minutes open here, and 6 minutes open here. You don't need to do this anymore. You know how it works. You go down to the Price is Right, and you pull the arm, and you got 0 of 4. Then you pull the arm again, you got 1 of 4, 3 have been missed. You pull the arm again, you have 2 and 2. The arm again, and you pull the arm again, you got 2 and 2. But when you pull the arm to get 3 and 1, 3 and 1 does not, 1 and 3 exists to the negative, but 3 and 1 does not exist. Because if you have 4 items and put 3 of them in the correct spot, there's only 1 item left. You can't get it wrong. 3 will always be 4. It's a freebie. There we go. So now we have this. When we go to the left and to the right, instead of 3 minutes, it's now 6 here, 6 here, 6 here. From here to here is 6, from here to here is 6, from here to here is 6, from here to here is 6. 24 minutes and 24 equals to 48. 48 is area space. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 plus 8 is 12. The total is 44. 4 times 4 plus 4 is the P and H, whatever you want to use psi for. What is psi made for? I want to go to something else. 19 and 41. What is 19? 3 by 19 is 57. 3 by 25 is 75. The leftover time is 35 and 41. But remember, the 3-minute gap. So this one needs to be 57. This becomes 38, is now the church, because the church owns this separation. Put an arm down here, put an arm down here. Now you create your V inside the letter, and it becomes the M letter. The house becomes 6 minutes and 6 minutes, or 12 minutes. Excuse me, it becomes 6 minutes to here and 6 minutes to here because it's 90 degrees, right? This whole thing around, okay, becomes 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes, 12 minutes. The totality is 24 minutes. Just like on the clock, you want to go 24 minutes, you want to go 24 seconds, you want to go 24 hours. We have to learn how to break things up. Why? Because like I said, it's 90 seconds, 45 degrees. To the left, 45 degrees to the right, 90 seconds. 90 seconds is a minute and a half. A minute and a half here, a minute and a half here, a minute and a half here. 45, which is half of it, right? Minute and a half 1, minute and a half 2, minute and a half 3, minute and a half 4. Minute and a half, minute and a half, minute and a half equals to 15. Minute and a half, minute and a half, minute and a half, minute and a half. 4 and 4 is 8. 15, 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes and a half. So 4 times a minute and a half is 6 minutes one way, 6 minutes the other way. The total is 12 minutes or 12 hours, whichever way you want to look. This becomes 38, and 19 is 57. This becomes 32. That is your doorway. 32 becomes 57. 25 is your J and G. 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 is the letters J and G. This is the center of your calculator. This is the center of your numbers. Now, I was going to do a piece on low shoe. Now I'm not. I just wanted to show you how the clock works. 3 by 19 is 57. If we bring it to the second part, okay, the second part of the day, it's now 1,519 minutes, and where the minutes do not move, but the hours move, 12 hours on the 24-hour clock, it becomes 199 minutes, 919. The 19 is the S and S letter. S and S represents the spirit of 55 inside of Jupiter, the letter E and E. The letter E and E is actually, would you like to see how E works on a box? Let me put this down. Let me put this in here. I'm just going to mark this one time. We're going to go, okay, you see this over here? Now the box gets bigger. Don't forget, it's height, its width, and its length. HWL, 8 plus 23 plus 12 equals to 41. Height, width, length. Boom. There's your letter E. Remember the angles. You can also do an E over here. And when you do an E, you automatically need 2 and 2. The old style would be this. Have you seen a flag that shows this design? Have you seen a flag that shows this design? Do you know that flag? Everything is a continuation of an actuality that has already been created. So now we have 919. This becomes 9 and 10, 19, 19, 19. It always says Harry. When we work on 155, it becomes 115 minutes, the 13th hour. 835. Once you see 8, you're automatically working with 9 because the letter H and I go together, and 8 and 9 is a representation of 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 is always 3. There is nothing lower than 1 and 2, and the opposition on a cube of 1 and 2 is 6 and 5 because here is the 1 and the opposition is 6. Here is the 2. Where is the 2? Let me show you a clean 2. Here is the 2, the opposition of 5. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2, J and G. Okay? And at the same time, we have the 7 ghosts. And we have the 8 ghosts. 7 and 8 is the gateway. If you add up 1 to 12, it equals to 78, and that is the queen, the 12th card in the deck. Or they also call it the dam or the beaver. This one over here equals to 68. It also equals to 42. This one over here, okay, equals to 56 or 54. This is 4, 59, or 51. Area Mars. This is 10 minus 4. This is communication. This is 10 minus 1 is 9/11. Communication 9/11 means the danger. Is that what it means? Do you understand? Do you follow me what I'm talking about? 8 always gets 9, and 8 and 9 always gets 1 and 2. 1 and 2 always get 5 and 6. 8 gets 9. 8 gets 2 and 1. With this one, you have 7 ghosts. With this one, you have 8 ghosts. With 2, you get 5 to reach the 7th gate. With 1, you get 6 to reach the 7th gate. So these 6 and 9 and 19 come together, and 2, 5, 8 comes together if you would take a look at how they built this calculator. This is not by chance. This is an actuality. This is inside of Low Shoe. Low Shoe is magic square. We're going to leave it at this. All I'm doing is waking up different realities. If you walk up to me and you say, what can you do with this? I say, this is what we can do. What do you find from it? I'm not a scientist. Okay, I don't do anything in an actual reality that is going to possess something that's going to give you an answer. I will only enhance your own reality. We will take it one more step. So anyways, I should just stop right now because my English isn't so good. When people speak to me, I tell them it's this and that, and I think so, and maybe, and what about this, and I did it, and it was yesterday. But anyways, let's not fool around with anything else. So we talked about the gap in here, which works out to 12 minutes, and if it was on the 24-hour clock, it would work out to 24 minutes. Every time you work 45 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equals to 45. Now, if we were adding to 12, it would equal to 78. The difference between 45 and 78 is what? 45, 55, 65, 75 is 33. Pretty funny, eh? 33 is the connection, connecting between two sides. 33, is that right? 45, 55, 65, 75, 33. 10, 11, 12 equals to that 33. At the same time, 33, because 10 is involved, we must add 6. 10, 11, and 12 on a cube. There is no cube with 1 and 0. 1 and 1 and 1 and 2 together do not get you onto the game board according to this game of the 7th gate we call craps, which has a whole bunch of odds and numbers that can bring you a little bit higher into that reality. So we now have 9 numbers, 9 times 5 equaling to that average, 3 times 11 equaling to that average, 9 times 5 is 45 and 14 equals to 59, 3 times 11 is 13 and 14 equals to 47. 47 and 59 is a time cycle. 4 by 7 is 28, the cycle of the moon. 4 plus 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 28 is 39, and it says sky. So 5 by 9 is 45 equals 59. 5, 9 is E-I-E-I-O. Farmer in the Dell, LED, time cycle. 5 and 9 is 14, 11 and 3 is 14, and again, we run under the 14, which is 11 and 3, inside the pool, and we now contract the red ball. See, we're going to contract the red ball, and we're going to trap the yellow ball. And remember, 1, 2, 3 does not count unless 1 is with 3, but if you put 1 with 3 and you're in pool, you're only one person. If you put 1 with 2 in pool, you are actually either the blue ball, okay, or the red ball. See, the red ball 11 is also a connection to the blue ball 2 because 11 is 1 and 1 is 2. I'm thinking, just give me a second. So we're back to pool again, and let's just go for basics. So let's remove 1, 2, 3 because we can't get the 7th gate with it. So we're going to start with the purple ball, okay? And the purple ball, and I have a design for this where the purple ball is what starts everything. And how do you make purple? Just figure that out. Is it red and blue that you make purple? So purple is 4, and the 12 ball, 1 and 2 is 3, 4 and 3, so it all begins on DC. 4, 5, 6, 7, right? But you can't really get 7 because 7 is out. So it's actually 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6 is the Federation. DEF, the DEF, FED, Federation. 4, 5, 6 is 15. 4, 5, 6 is a representation of 12, 13, 14. You can't start on the 12 ball because the 12 is a 3. So you have to start on the 13 ball because you can't start until a minimum is 3. So it's 13, 14, 15. Okay, so on the bottom you start 4, 5, 6, but on the top you start at 13, 14, 15, which is 42, which is the cat. 42 and 15 equals 2, 57. General Electric, 5 by 7, 5 plus 7 equals to the cycle inside the moon, which is number 47. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. One more part, one more piece, one more time. Thank you for watching.